Welcome everyone. Thank you so much for serving this week and for watching this video to prepare to lead your small group Sunday. This Sunday we will be starting our new monthly theme, Jam Session. Everyone has a part to play, where we will be focusing on cooperation, working together to do more than you could do alone. We will be instilling the truth that you can trust God no matter what. And in our Bible story from Exodus, we will hear about building the tabernacle as we learn that God wants us to work together. Our verse this month is, two people are better than one. They can help each other in everything they do. Ecclesiastes 4:9. For your first opening activities, have the kids join you in some mirror dancing by playing some music and slowly moving like slow motion dance moves as they mirror you. Start with your hands, something simple, and then add other body parts like feet, arms, head, whole body until they're really getting into it. And then have a kid be the leader next time. Then for your next opening activity, you're going to give each kid 3 blocks. And you're going to have them stack up their blocks in front of them. Ask them how tall their towers are. Are they tall? Are they small? And then ask them to see if they can together build a tall tower. And as they are trying to build this tall tower, as blocks start falling and things like that, see if they can brainstorm some ways that they could get their towers to stay getting taller. Maybe they'll need to help steady the tower as they build it, and they'll need lots of hands to help do that. Then transition to large group by talking about how high they stacked their tower, pointing out how great it was when they worked together. That's what cooperation is all about. Cooperation is working together to do more than you could do alone. After large group, you'll explain that they're going to work on a puzzle together at the same time by answering a question about the Bible story for each of the dots that they connect on the tabernacle dot to dot page. Remind them to stay with you and choose a marker crayon and keep it at dot number 1. Ask the first question on your leader guide and let them answer. Then have everyone move to dot 2, ask question number 2, and they answer, and so on and so forth until they finish the page. After you get through all the questions, let the kids color the picture. For the next activity, you will split your group into 2 teams and have them sit in one single line. You're going to put a bucket on one end, our basket that we have on the cart, one end, and 10 blocks on the other side of the line. They're going to race to pass all 10 blocks, 1 block at a time, down the row. And the first time they do it, they can only use 2 fingers to pass the block. Maybe they'll grab it like this, or maybe they'll be passing it like this, but they can only use 2 fingers to pass the block. Then you're going to have the kids rotate places once they get the block to the basket. Tell them, okay, swap around, and maybe the person that was the first block grabber goes to the end and the kids move. And then you're going to tell them how they're going to move the block next. So in your leader guide, it gives you the list of ways. For example, like using your feet or your elbows or passing it behind your back. So as you wrap up the activity, remind your kids of what a great job they did working together and ask what could have happened if one person decided not to try to pass the block. Cooperation is key to making everything work better. In our families, at school, in church, and our sports teams, reinforce the bottom line that God wants us to work together because that's how He designed us. And then finally, as you gather your group in a circle to close out your time together and pray for each kid by name, asking God to help them cooperate and work well with others this week. As you pray for each kid, have the kid prayed for link arms with the second kid that's named, and so on and so forth until all of the kids have arms linked in their prayer circle. Then the kids can practice the memory verse while waiting for parents, linking arms with a partner, and as they say it. There's also an extra coloring sheet in your supplies. In case you finish early, they can practice coloring their memory verse for the month. Or if you want to just send it home at the end of Sunday school with them so they have something fun to work on at home. Now, new this month is for those kids who attend first service and then also stay for second service. We have quite a few because their parents are leaders and serve in our children's ministry and other areas in our church. We now have an alternate activity that you're going to, for second service leaders only, you're going to sub this for one of the other activities that's on your in your guide. So this is labeled in your bag as second service activity only. So this will be used during second service. Teachers, you can decide which activity you will sub for it. And then for this one, you're going to pair the kids up to work together to find Ecclesiastes 4:9 in the Bible. Have them take turns saying the first half of the verse and then the second half of the verse. And then play a game of charades where they're going to take turns acting out situations where two people were better than one and see if the rest of the kids can guess it. There's a list of scenarios on your leader guide you could use if you need ideas of what they could act out. And then wrap up the activity by telling them about a time when you worked with others to complete a project at church or somewhere else where there were lots of people working together to accomplish one main goal. And then with others, we can do way more than we can do alone. Working together makes everything better, and that's what God wants us to do, work together. Well, that wraps up our Sunday together. Text to me the keyword March if you've watched this video to prepare to lead your small group Sunday in discovering that two are better than one because God wants us to work together. Thank you again, leaders, for serving with us, and have a blessed week.